Howdy out there, folks. Today we're going to take a quick look at this 2019 film, The Fanatic, the Blu-ray release, starring John Travolta and directed by Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, which, from what I understand, Mr. Durst has made other films, and, I think you could argue that at least the look of the film is solid, but my God, what a turkey. This is a movie that just deserves to be seen, to be believed, because it's, I can't even begin to fully articulate just how weird this film is. It's in many ways in the same orbit as M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening. The acting, such as it was in this film, is just all over the place. You, I suppose, are meant to feel sorry for the Moose character played by John Travolta. He's clearly on the spectrum, but I just don't really feel like it worked, because the whole time you're either gawking at him, cringing at him, or you're supposed to feel sorry for him, or you're supposed to actually think he's completely off his rocker and needs to be incarcerated. I suppose that's nuanced, but I think it was really overshadowed by just the incredibly gonzo performance by Travolta, and really a plot that just didn't make any sense. You didn't really care for any of the characters. It's just a weird movie that deserves to be seen just because of it. It's so peculiar, and honestly, it's one of those movies that has to be shown on a bad movie night. I feel like The Happening, maybe William Shatner's Impulse, these are all just terrible movies that are like train wrecks, and you can't take your eyes off of them. It's really something that so seldom is done right, and this is one of them. So I can't really recommend it as much as I can say it's worth a watch just for the sheer over-the-top audacity of John Travolta's character and his performance. I just wish the story was better. I think there could have been a decent movie in here. Incidentally, there was an original movie called The Fan in the early 80s. A lot of people forget this one, with Michael Biehn and Lauren Bacall, and it was about a fanatical, over-the-top fan of the Lauren Bacall character, and Michael Biehn, who of course went on to play Reese in Terminator. He does a terrific job. I rather enjoyed that film. I remember when it was on HBO a long time ago. Then it was ostensibly the film was quote-unquote remade, at least the title, and it was repurposed with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro back in the mid-90s. And of course this one came out in 2019, and I think the first one was definitely the best. The Robert De Niro, Wesley Snipes one I never really cared for. And this one is just one of those films that just is so beyond description in its weirdness that I think it stands out just on that fact alone. So it's really all I have to say about The Fanatic. It's definitely a movie that, I suppose deserves all of its derision, but yet in spite of it, I still found myself just slack-jawed and marveling at what was put on screen. So on that note, please do take care out there, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and by all means, keep watching good cinema.